So what are we going to listen to today? Wait, did I... Okay, yeah, it is set to ultra low latency. If I don't do that, I will be about 27 seconds behind the chat. So it's very important to... What is this one? Video unavailable. Okay. Because somebody got copyright strike and had to remove their coding radio video off YouTube. Programming, coding, hacking music? Nah. What about some early Monday mornings? Might be a little bit too loud. Let's turn it down just a little bit. Here we go. And let me just go and refresh the browser again. I think I will actually set my stream quality, like my preview over here is set to 144 pixels, but then I can't really see what's going on. So, okay. We're just gonna have some fun today and talk a little bit about the new expansion. There was a lot of new information that came out. I have sort of had some time now to kind of digest it, you know, regarding the overall theme of the World of Warcraft. There was one particular thing that really changed how I looked at things in the game, which I am still absorbing, if you could call it that. So, I want that one. So I think I'll do a mount run to Icecrown Citadel, just for fun, while I'm sort of just getting started here. I right now play my Paladin because let me just go ahead and show you. I know there's not really anyone watching the stream right now, so maybe I should just wait. In case anyone is watching this on playback, because I have noticed people are watching it on playback, which is kind of nice. I did do a, what should you call it, like a reaction live stream yesterday. I guess Darkmoon Fair is up right now. And during that live stream, I saw the new trailer for the new expansion. And I also saw a lot of the new features that we're going to add into the next expansion. And I only saw good things. I did not see anything where I was thinking, oh, that's not going to be so good. I have heard a few people comment on the fact that it does seem like they're building some of the systems they're going to have in the next expansion is kind of built upon what we're going to see in the next patch, 8.3. And if something is not really taken, what should you call it? Like, if people don't really receive some of the things from 8.3 that well, then it might not be good news for the new expansion. Which, you know, companies, they can't, from like patch 8.3 to the new expansion, like make major changes. So they just sort of have to, you know, try it and hope that it turns out well. Like, you can't just check my difficulty here. You can't just, you know, change the entire mechanics of a new expansion this late in. Oh, it did not change. For once, I'm actually doing heroic. One thing that really struck me about the, what do you call it, the presentation, I saw something that just like completely blew my mind, and I just want to show it really quick here. There we go. I set it up and everything so I could talk about it. I'm probably going to bring it up again because there will be new people coming into the stream. But just for now, let me just go ahead and show what I have here. Now, it might be a little bit grainy since I'm live streaming, but I just want to explain this diagram here. I have never seen it before yesterday, and it is just fantastic. I have always had sort of a predetermined mindset about a lot of the things that I saw in the game because it's what I saw. And this diagram here completely turns everything I know about the game on its head. Well, maybe not on the head, but it's sort of like I have to completely rethink how I see things in the game based on this diagram, which I did not know existed. It's a cosmic tologon or something it's called. It's essentially a diagram that explains how all the different powers and forces in the World of Warcraft exist together. I have always sort of thought that there was just like, you know, something unnatural called Fel that was not good for the world, and it's not like, you know, I didn't really see all the things as part of a bigger picture that was in harmony with one another. So seeing this right here is mind-blowing to me. Just to sort of explain the picture. Apparently the whole universe in the game is built up of 6 different forces. There is light, disorder, death, shadow, order, and life. And there's classes that belong to all these different things. Now you have these forces, and then you have, light and shadow are the primal, so that's like, because that's top and bottom there. And these two are kind of, you know, created from some of these. So out of shadow, there's these 2 things, and out of, is it the other way around? I don't know. Like it just like turns everything on its head, because if you take a look at, for example, how paladins and priests are considered in the game, I hate classes that has a religious theme. I don't hate people who likes religion, but I just don't want to play a game and play a class that has a religious theme, you know, tied to it. So I looked at this thing, and I realized that the light that you see up here is just one of the major forces. The whole thing about the paladins and the priests praising the Naru. The Naru are just essentially, you know, what do you call it? A physical manifestation that is a strong part of that force. So the Naru, of course, with the light. So from the light, you have holy, which is, you know, holy magic and that kind of thing. Then you have the Naru that are based off holy magic and the light. Disorder, which is a really cool word for it. I like what you're writing over here. I'll read it in just a second. From light creates all negativity, from light born to positivity. Disorder. I have never seen Fel as being part of a disorder. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of, you know, when you play Dungeons and Dragons and you have to choose a character and you have to choose whether he has to be chaotic good or chaotic evil and that sort of thing. This is what it reminds me of. And I love the fact that these are just major forces, and all these under categories that are under here is, you know, whatever you might want it to be. So you have disorder, and from disorder, you have a type of power called Fel. Fel is, you know, the whatever symbolizes disorder. And then you have the Burning Legion that uses Fel and mainly focuses on disorder as their way of gaining power. You have death, which from death brings necromantic magic, which in turns have the undead being sort of the what do you call that? Represents. The people that represent this major force here are the undead, just like the Naru represents the light. And it just sort of puts everything in a really weird perspective for me. Like I'm taking like a whole new look at how all these forces are a thing. I never realized that the Titans were part of Arcane and Order. I still don't really see how that's connected, but according to this drawing here, that's how things work. So that's something. Disorder is chaos. Yeah, so chaos, Fel, Burning Legion. Life is nature magic. And from nature magic, the, what do you call those? Like, you know how Jesus is kind of like the overall, you know, symbol of Christianity, for example. The Naru are the overall symbol of the light. The wild gods, which are all the different creatures that the druids they pray to, I'm guessing, are the major symbol for, you know, life and nature. I don't see how the titans are connected to magic and the arcane, but I guess they are. And then you have the cool one here at the bottom, the shadow. And then from there you have, you know, void theme as being, you know, the, what should you say? Just like, you know, just like how holy magic is the symbol for the light, or the sort of magic you can gain from that. Then you have shadow magic down here, which is from the shadow. And then you have the void lords in between here. Like this is the only one that has something in between, I think. So the void lords are sort of a middle step between the magic that is gained from the shadow and then the old gods that represent shadow. And you know, that actually makes it kind of like, it's a funny thing, because then you look at, well, aren't the titans the opposites of the old gods, because they fight the old gods? Like, it's always been a combat between those two major parties. But then you see the titans over here not up in the light, which is kind of weird. The Naru are the symbol of hope and light. Yeah. So they're kind of like the, just like, you know, with Jesus and Christianity. I'm just mentioning Jesus because I'm not really a big religious sort of person. So that is like the one that we have most of here in Denmark. So that's the example I go to when I have to talk about real life religion. I'm quite aware there's many religions today. And the Titans are arcane and order because in arcane school is control of time and space. Aha! That is interesting, because that will actually start giving us some answers for why the Titans are under that category.
What in the world is that?
And then after the different, you know, like the Burning Legion, the Wild Gods, the Titans, the Undead, the Old Gods, the Naru, the next step is then you have all the elements, like all the elemental forces that comes after. Which are the powers that the shamans are actually tapping into in order to, you know, gain their power. Which is really cool. That's also like, it's really cool to think of, like the, you know, what are they called? The Broken or something? You know, that species that are often seen with the Naru, that are just basically Naru people, but without having access to like the light. So because like the Naru, they look like this. Not the Naru, the Draenei, sorry. I keep saying Naru. The Draenei look like this because they have access to the light, but if they did not have it, they would actually look different from what I understand. Which is interesting. So it's kind of fun to see how all the elementals things are like a step down from having access to the light. And then you have the Emerald Dream and the Shadowlands, you know, being intertwined with reality in here in the center. Thank you! I hope I get something. Oh, there are actually 5 people watching. I can't see my view count. So it kind of brings things into perspective. Overall, what I like about this diagram here is I have always thought that it has been pretty black and white regarding, you know, being a warlock, which sort of, what should you say? If you want to be a warlock, you can't be a warlock unless you get the powers from demons, for example, because a lot of the powers warlocks have, they come from demons, demonology and that sort of thing. So if the demon didn't exist, then we would not have Bell Magic, for example. But apparently we do, because the Burning Legion are just, you know, the front image of beings that actually use that magic. So Fel does exist, even without the Burning Legion. The same thing goes for the Naru. I always kind of see, like, I don't like the whole thing about paladins and priests sort of praying to the Naru, like they're some kind of godly being. But according to this diagram, they are just being prayed to because they are a symbol of the magic that they have tapped into. So the Naru are not the direct force that gives the paladins their magic. Paladin's magic will be more powerful with the Naru nearby, I'm guessing. In the same way as warlocks magic gets more powerful if they actually tap into demons' powers and you know, steal it from them. But they're not directly like caused by the demons or the Naru. Which is why I think this diagram is so awesome. I keep talking, I like my neck is hurting. There we go.
Such a tragic end.
I haven't really looked into undead necromancy. From light shall born life, light and hope, and from shadows shall born darkness, death, and despair. But from one to exist, the other shall too create balance. So are the Naru similar to angels?
By the light, a transporter.
Shadow Dover, you're the lore expert. Are they similar to angels? I don't think they are. I think the Valkyrian are more similar to angels. Like, they're also beings that have something to do with the light, I think. Yes and no, he says. If there's something lore-wise that needs explained, Shadow Dover is always on the case. He's really good at lore, especially Pandaren lore. Archangels, then. The Naru are angels in that religion, but the primal Naru is more like Jesus. Okay. So mini Jesuses. Jesusi? Because there's multiple of them. Plural Jesus, yeah. I don't know, I just think it's really interesting. Like, it's really interesting to see how things are connected. I love seeing that also with the druids. Like, we don't have to only have druid magic and like nature magic because the druids, you know, idolize these idols. You know, these druidic beings that gives them power. They can have the magic without those beings, but it does get enforced and strengthened with those beings. Because they're directly created from that force in the universe. I just think it's really interesting.
He died a hero's death. He deserves a hero's burial.
This is also why I'm playing the Paladin right now. I have always despised how religious the Paladins were. And they still are, you know, because they're Paladins. But what I like from this is that I thought Paladins could only be Paladins and get their power as long as they were like really religious towards the light. But then I found out that the religion, or whatever you call it, the Paladin Order, the Holy Order, or whatever they have, is an effect of having access to the holy magic. So it's not the other way around. They don't have powers because they are religious. They're religious because they have power. It's an important difference. Because it means that I can walk around and not feel like I have to be religious with this Paladin. You can still have access to the holy light magic without being part of, you know, like extreme religious Paladin group or whatever.
Ready to work. What is it?
I don't hate them because for they believe in hate them mostly because they have Shadow Dover. You have to put commas, punctuations. I don't hate them because they believe. I hate them mostly because they all have the power from the light to heal and save, and they don't. I know. Wait, I have to understand this last part of the sentence. I hate them mostly because they have all the power from the light to heal and save, and they don't. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're restricting themselves. That's what you're saying. By the way, I got this little add-on here down at the bottom, so I could follow my, what should you say, like the, what? No. I just realized it got removed from below my nameplate. I didn't attach an extra one. I'm fine with that. That just like declutters my screen a little bit more. I did not know I was removing it. I like it though. That's fine.
Thanks, everyone. I don't think I'm going to make it.
Yes, why would they do that? You have all this power to save the world. It also has a lot to do with it, like from what I heard, the individual paladin's powers is as strong as their belief. So, you know, they don't believe in the holy light and get the power. They believe in doing the right thing. And with that strong belief, let's say I need to, you know, it's kind of like, you know, real life examples of, let's say somebody getting in a car crash and the husband's wife is stuck under the car and then he somehow magically gains superhuman strength to lift the car off his wife. Because that happens in real life. It's kind of like that with the paladins. The more they believe something strongly, the more they have access to the holy light. Not because there's some higher being up there giving them the light saying, oh, you believe in me so strongly, here you go. But because they themselves are tapped into the holy light and it's just an extension of themselves. That I think is cool. And I'm so happy that that is the actual explanation behind it. That is not because a being is giving them power. Like seriously, that would have ruined the whole thing for me. I was also thinking, you know, in the next expansion, they did say they were going to make it more alt-friendly. So that means that I don't have to be as stuck up on which characters I play. I really like that.
You thought us defeated so easily. The Sand Lane are the Lich King's immortal soldiers.
Man, this diagram is like the coolest thing ever.
Shall face their might combined.
I didn't know that decay was an elemental power.
Destroy our enemies.
Oh, are you done? I was waiting. Took too long. Wait, there we go. Something I have issues with when it comes to the paladin is knowing when which spells are ready. I'm gonna teach myself to look down on my spells instead of having all the spells pop up on the screen here. Even though it would be easier for me, I'm not gonna do that. And the main reason I'm not gonna do that is because the paladin, just by default, have a bunch of different pop-ups on the screen that indicates when certain spells are free or when you have, I don't know, flash of light, or what do you call it, the selfless healer buff going. So there's a ton of stuff. See, there's a buff there that popped up. What? Earn exalted status with the Ashen Verdict. All right. Getting an achievement. Yeah, take that, holy power. I shall smite you. I'm gonna judge them. I kind of want to have a hammer on my back instead of this sword. But it's like the coolest sword in the game ever. It's like, if I strongly believe in this world to save everybody, and I mean everybody. Yeah, then you should have the power to save everybody. But that would be quite a lot of magic you would have to tap into there, so. This is something I need to fix. I do not want to look at the big elephant whenever I, you know, use my paladin fast movement thing. It's okay. It's a cute elephant, but you know, it's not useful. Oh, let me use my, where is it? Boof. There we go. I think the trick to playing the paladin, like I have not really PvP'd using a paladin. I think the trick to do it is, well, what is the trick there? You have a couple of buffs. You can cleanse toxins. That's very important to have in PvP, I think. Like as a DPS. That's pretty cool. I think it's just about rotating your, what do you call it? Defensive cooldowns properly. Just keep using your rotation. Because there's a very simple rotation. It's probably one of the most simple rotations I've ever tried in the game. To play a paladin when it comes to damage. But the defensive rotation is a little bit different. That's the challenging part. And I know that when you go into PvP, apparently I'm the main target in PvP arenas. If you tell me, okay, you're gonna have all this massive power, but you're in the risk of dying or cease to exist. Are they gonna risk dying from using too much power? Is that what you're saying?
Come, Scourgeling. I'll show the master which of us is truly worthy of the title.
Oh, I can heal her now. That is interesting. You know, too much power will destroy someone, even if the power is good.
Strength is returned. Press on, heroes. I am renewed. Is Sarah grant me the favor to lay these foul.
This is the same dragon that is helping you out in the later Magni questlines in BFA, I found out. A mortal body can handle all of it. And that's why it's limited. So that is a good explanation for why. Please, let me get there in time. Don't get up now. Actually, I could just jump down and bubble. But it's on the way up, so it doesn't make sense. It's just gonna fly me up again. I was looking at priests today because Shadow of Void Magic and Light Magic all combined in a priest. So I made a trial character just to see how they played. I did not enjoy it. It was the worst experience ever. Oh, they didn't even try to do it. Maybe it's one of those, you know, it's not about having much power. It's about knowing when to use it, sort of deal. Maybe that's why they don't use it. No, they're being sissies about it. Just tap into it. Or is that Illidan? That's the only person in this universe that's allowed to just like tap into as much power as possible. Because he did not stop. He just continued until he destroyed his body with it. Because that's what happened with his fell. Oh, it's gonna be one more round. The limited ranged abilities with the paladin is a nuisance. It's annoying. The reason I want to get rid of the elephant is because it's so big and you can't get out of doors with it. Old Gods, Burning Legion, Deathwing, the Scourge just saying, how long are they going to wait? What do you mean? How long are they going to wait for what? Oh, how long are they going to wait with using more power to defeat those evils? Yeah, you're right.
It's too far away.
Yeah.
I'm out of range.
I'll be the first paladin to not hold back any power.
I need to get closer. I don't have a target.
You are fools who have come to this place. The icy winds of Northrend will consume.
I really
your
want to. Hold on, let me just find it. I really want to get this transmog here. I want these shoulders. And they're gonna be up in a few days where you can do the quest in order to try and get them. But it's the most terrible, long and annoying process to just get an attempt at getting them. Alright, now we have the Lich King coming up. Playing a paladin, like, okay, I see a lot of similarities between playing classes once I've learned to play quite a few of them. If we had to take a step back from the lore and just sort of focus on how the class mechanics are, I noticed that the paladin, one of the reasons I kind of have a thing for not liking the paladins is not just because of their lore. It has a lot to do with their spells too. I love the fact that this is a plate class that can be a healer as well. But looking at the spells down here, if you take like Hand of Hindrance, it's on a 30-second cooldown. That's a slow, by the way, to slow down your opponents. Because the paladin is so slow at moving around, this is what you need to rely on in order to actually get to your opponent. But it's on such a long cooldown that you're not going to be able to get to your opponent. I just find it weird. Use divine speed to catch up to them. Well, that's on a 45-second cooldown. So I guess you have to sort of rotate these. But it doesn't really matter, because if you play against a ranged class that is really good at kiting, you can't really do anything. Okay, let's use our wings. I love looking at the wings. At least we can still attack while on the mount. I have to admit, like, some of the most beautiful spells in the game comes from the paladins. Like the way they pull out their little book when they have to start, you know, casting stuff. It's so fantastic. If an evil tries to harm the things that I love and fight for, I won't hold back anything. Big D and that mofo. Yeah. Yeah. You have to send that memo to the paladins. They haven't understood it yet. Like, in all seriousness, this thing here, that's just like a what do you call it? A essence. Paladins have 6 spells for attacking. 6 spells. This one also is just a talent. That's in case you don't have any of the other things. Well, it's not really. It is a core part of the rotation, but like this is an AoE. If you're playing single target, this is what you have to deal with. It's just so simple. Ah, attacked you. I shall smite you Oh, I guess he smited him.
No more, Arthas. No more lives will be consumed by your hatred. At last. It is over, my son. This is the moment of reckoning. Rise up, champions of the light.
Do you know what's kind of cool about the Paladin? If I had to admit one thing. Lore-wise, I'm talking. Oh, I have to do something here. I love how the dad is also punching him. Oh, by the way, the wild guards are more like demigods. They can control nature or some planes of existence, but they can die. So like Cenarius. He did die, but he got rebirthed into living at some point. Is it gonna happen now? No. Darn it. What was I saying? Completely. Oh yeah, one cool thing about the Paladins. I think one cool thing about them is if I look like one of the classes in the game the most, I think I would look like the Paladins. Like my personality wise. Because anytime I go into raids, anytime I go into dungeons, I'm always trying to fight for the little guy. If one guy is doing low DPS in a normal difficulty dungeon, and suddenly the crappy tank is deciding to crap all over that, you know, low DPS person, I risk myself getting kicked out of the group by arguing with him. No, he's a full-on demigod, son of a wild god Malone, that, by the way, died to Akimund. Okay. Yeah, Malone is that stag, right? Wait, I'm going the wrong way. There we go. Which, according to Nixium, is one of the most badass characters in the lore. Malorn, I'm talking about. And I'm aware that I still have this picture up on screen with the chaos and the disorder, and it's because it's so cool. I'll take it down once it's not cool anymore. So expect it to be up pretty much any stream. I'm just kidding, of course. You can't see half the screen of what's going on, so let me just go ahead and take it down again. There you go. Okay, yeah, there's no battle going on right now. I hate getting demounted. I saw a post today on Facebook talking about me standing up. Well, I wasn't really standing up for someone. Maybe the kid, I guess. I saw a post on Facebook. It was a dad. By the way, is anyone here Americans? Anyone watching the stream, are you American? In Chronic, you're American? I saw a video posted by an American dad who had a type of parenting, which I experienced quite a bit when I lived in America. I lived there for about 4 years. It's a dad where the son has gotten bad grades in school. So he decides to take the kid's PlayStation because he blamed just, you know, the video games for being the reasons he had bad grades, because he was playing more video games and doing less studying. So he took his PS4, which he had bought his son, and he forced his son to take it out in front of the house in the middle of the street where all the neighbors could see it and smash it with a stick. And the kid was like you know, really crying the whole time. The kid was not very big. He was maybe like 9 years old. He was not very big. It wasn't a teenager we're talking about here. And when I lived in the US, I noticed that a lot of parenting was done using negative reinforcements. Not saying everyone is like that, but there was a lot of it. Where parents would punish their kids instead of using positive reinforcement, such as rewarding the kid if they did good in school. Then they would maybe buy them a new game for their PlayStation. But instead, they decide to go on punishment, where they, you know, force their son to smash his PlayStation. Which not only is just completely insane parenting in my mind, but is also what I would consider child abuse. That kid, if you saw the video, that kid, he was emotionally scarred for the rest of his life. And people all over the comments were praising the parent because he taught his son a lesson about not playing video games and do more studying instead. They were praising him. They were like, said he had like godly parenting skills for recording it and putting it up for everyone to see. And it's just insane. So I made this long message. Let me just read it out loud. I have it here. This one. I wrote, hold on, let me just kill Malagos there. I wrote, all these people with rat mentality in the comments applauding this form of parenting. Kid got bad grades? Well, let's scar him the rest of his life by making him break the toys he loves. Yes, that will teach him to do better next time. Let's use fear to terrify him into doing better in school. Otherwise, his next toy is going to get it when his next report card arrives. Shame on this parent. Shame on the massive amount of people supporting it in the comments. Oh, what? The dad bought him the PS4 for his son, so therefore he has the right to break it if he wants. That was one of the points a lot of the parents in the comments made, by the way. Yes, let's scar our children for life because we have the right to do so because we bought him the toy. What happened to positive reinforcements? Rewarding children for doing good rather than this form of abusive punishments. What he did to some of the other parents quoted, what he did is parenting his child. Yeah, I promise his child would never dare getting bad grades again. Not when he's getting punished in that way. He's not gonna dare coming home showing a bad report card ever again. He is, in fact, if he does get bad grades in the future, he's gonna go home and lie about it. That's what he's being taught right there with that parenting. He's teaching his son values, people said in the comments. No, he's teaching his son that abusive punishment is the way to get things done. This is a prime example of parents doing stupid parenting to prove a point. There are hundreds of ways to punish your child, and this dad decided to traumatize his child, and the comments on this video is praising his godly parenting skills. This video is getting a massive positive support from parents who hate their child playing video games, because that's what it's all about. Had this been a kid who instead got bad grades because he spent all his time reading fantasy novels in his room, and the dad then made his kid burn all his books, then everyone in the comments would not be this supportive about his parenting. But no, this is about video games being the bad guy, so therefore abusing the kid in this manner is praise. What? Yes! Finally! I've been queue for like 2 hours now. I want to get some armor for my paladin. Well, my mom and dad, when I got bad grades, would just take away my PC or PS2 and say to do better next time. That is a way of punishing a child, which is not abusive. You know, taking it away for a little time as timeout is a good form of negative punishment. Somebody hearted it. And if I do good next time, a pat on the head and a new game for me or cake or some books that I like. Exactly. Wait, let's open this thing. Ah, no mount. Then there's this one guy. I wrote this long comment on Facebook. Then there's one guy called Christopher Clayton, an older guy, like an older gentleman. He comes up and says, he replies, like the reply to my comment there was, Daniel, he got bad grades because of his gaming, focusing more on it than his studies. That was his reply in defense of my post. You could immediately tell this is a guy who doesn't think outside his box, because everyone wrote something else and supported the video in the comments. He decided to jump on the bandwagon. He didn't use his own brain to sort of think, did this dad do the right thing? No, he just saw all the other positive comments and decided to copy paste into my comments. This was not a reply from someone who's actually thinking for themselves. If my dad or mom does something like that, the thing you are saying, I go full rogue mode on them. If your parents treat you like this dad treats his child in the video, you have full permission to go rogue on them. It's bad parenting. It's child abuse. The parents needs to be taught a lesson if they teach their child these sort of lessons in life. I don't know about the grades punishment because I was a straight A student, but I had to save up money for my console. And that's also a really good parenting decision, I think. That's teaching your kids good manners. Whereas this other thing where people in the comments are saying that this dad is teaching their kids good, life skills is completely wrong. It's just a bunch of parents who are angry because their kid is playing video games. Therefore, the type of punishment that the dad is throwing on his son is suddenly okay. Again, had this been a child who was reading books, like fantasy books, let's say he was a Dungeons and Dragons nerd, had a bunch of fantasy books on his shelf, and he spent all his time during the day reading these books, and the dad then decided to burn his books, then it wouldn't have gotten all this positive reinforcement in the comments, because it isn't video games. You can put anything else than video games, and this dad would not have received the same kind of support. It's just odd how, because parents have stomach feelings about children and video games, suddenly abusing your child is okay because it's video games. You made me destroy something that I love because of some bad grades. I don't know. You didn't think about maybe my kid is bad on that class. Maybe, just maybe, I gotta help him as a father should do it. Exactly. You sit down, you talk with your child about it, you find out why does he have bad grades. When you take your children's toys and you break them, it's because you're too lazy as a parent to actually find out what is the root of why your children has bad grades. There's a reason your children has bad grades. There's a root that is nagging at it. But instead you just decide to bury whatever, core decision or core thing that is to blame for the children's grades, and instead you're just going to add punishment on top of it. You're teaching your child to not talk about their problems or to help them improve on core things that are bothering them, and instead you're just traumatizing them. No. Let's scar the poor kid because of something so stupid. Yeah, I'm never gonna do that. Reminds me of the kid from We Cover You. My girlfriend and I went to a store called We Cover You. Let me go to this dungeon over here and do a little bit of grinding. There was a kid in there who we went over to look at some gaming mice and gaming keyboards, my girlfriend and I, and this kid was standing next to us. You could tell he was the kind of kid who played Fortnite. He had long, golden hair with colored highlights in his hair, because all the YouTubers have it that plays video games. And he just while we were talking about these things, he interrupted us and said, you should get a Logitech mouse. It's like the best mouse you can get. And we couldn't just like, we couldn't stop thinking about how cute it was that he was recommending us Logitech as the highest gaming tech equipment you could get. You know, we didn't tell him that it wasn't, because, you know, it's just a kid. He was very proud of knowing this information and telling us about it. So he just said, oh yeah, we love, like he said, you can get lights and stuff, and then we're like, oh, we love lights. So, you know, we'll think about it, we said. Again, not punishing the kid for giving us false information, but instead praising him for taking an interest in wanting us to get the best equipment possible. Right? Yeah, he was so cute. Meanwhile, I'm here at the age of 20, taller than my mom and dad. We'll see. Once you hit about the age of your dad, you're gonna start shrink again. Oh yeah, there was a gaming station set up with a Fortnite in the store, and my girlfriend said, you know, they have Fortnite over there. And he was like, what? Where? And then he went over to play Fortnite. And they still go at me like, who is a good boy? Who is a good boy? Well, they are still your parents. As long as you live with your parents, they're allowed to do that. Just for reference, I was never told I was a good boy when I was growing up. It's actually when I got together with my girlfriend, she became my therapist for dealing with long forgotten issues with my what do you call it, growing up. I was not really, like, I wasn't treated bad by my parents, but I was kind of like, my parents were very supportive physically. If I wanted something, if I wanted a new PlayStation, they would get it for me for my birthday, because they didn't want me to not be the cool kid, you know. I was never the cool kid, by the way, but they at least tried giving me like physical things to sort of make up for it, so I didn't feel bad. But I never got positive reinforcement mentally from my parents. Even if our son turns out to become 2 meters tall, he's still gonna be my good boy, my girlfriend says. That's actually something I'm dealing with at the moment. Like, I have been the type of person who, in my family, if you have mental or psychological issues that you want to sort of unburden yourself with, you don't do it in my family. You keep it in and you lock it tight and you never talk about it again. That's how my family deals with mental things. So growing up, I did not have it very well when it came to like dealing with, let's say, adult sort of decisions and stuff. Is that set to the right difficulty? I think you can actually grind this one repeatedly. Let me just go ahead and look it up. Then I got together with my girlfriend and she became my psychologist. She's very good at that, by the way. She's just like a therapist. This is the wrong one. What is this one called? Is it Utgard Keep or Pinnacle? I think it's Pinnacle. Yeah, this is the one. Oh. Okay, he drops on Heroic. I don't think I can continuously grind this one then. My mom and dad said, hey, you want something? Yes. And then, okay then. Study and be good. Have good manners. But now, on the other hand, get my girlfriend on camera. She's not here. This is my office I'm sitting in. I'm not at home right now. I do YouTube full time, so well, it is Sunday, so of course you have the right to believe that I would be at home, because it's Sunday. I actually work every day of the week, sit at the office. That is also why I feel like I can take the time to stream as much as I do, because I work every day and have no vacations. I have no weekends I just work. So they also told me if somebody bullies me or is a douchebag, like they told you to tell them if somebody bullies you. For me, if I told my parents that somebody was bullying me, they would just say, "Aw, that's not fun," and then that's it. They wouldn't do anything about it. Like that's the sort of parents I had. Also, I was never allowed to make any decisions myself growing up with my family. They, if my my mom was the one wearing the pants in my family, by the way. My dad just sort of did whatever she told because he would get mad if he didn't. If I wanted to make a decision, I was not allowed to. Like, she would, like, the most decision making I was allowed to do was she would ask me to make a decision. And then if I came up with the wrong decision, she would then just go ahead and do whatever she thought was right anyways. That's the sort of decision making I was allowed to do growing up. So it wasn't until when I reached 19 and got out for myself that I were allowed to make decisions on my own. And because I'd grown up with a mom like that, I ended up not being able to do things, like make decisions. I would always second guess myself, and I would just never, have a firm opinion on something. So essentially what I'm trying to say here is that I met my girlfriend. She unlocked something inside of me. Suddenly I changed my mindset about standing up for myself, making strong decisions, not caring if anyone says something against me, and just stand by my opinion if I feel that I have a valid reason to do so. Because I was not able to do that in the past when I was like in my early 20s. So my girlfriend unlocked that inside of me, and now I have this lack of control where if I see something, I don't tell myself, should I fight this fight here, or should I just ignore it because it has really nothing to do with me? And even though I keep telling myself that, I still always end up taking the fight. Like, for example, if there's a bad tank in the game, if somebody's picking on another DPS in the game, if a person on Facebook is saying something that goes against my beliefs, I will tell them that they're wrong in a heartbeat without thinking, should I take up this fight? So the next step for me is to not pick every fight I see and not let my emotions control my actions.
I need to target something first.
Wait, hold on. Let me just do this because he's here.
I'm out of range.
No. Okay. Kick his ass so hard that you send him back to the Big Bang. Well, at least that they're like
It's too far away.
making you stand up for yourself. My parents just did not do anything about it. But again, kicking somebody's ass is also maybe not the best advice to give their kid, because that teaches that violence solves everything, which is not the right thing. You have to be able to like use your voice in order to conflict resolute things. Aw, didn't get it. Can I go out and reset now? Vi har lige haft modsat opvækst på det punkt. Jeg sagde nogle afhedsangreb med mor dem på den ene måde. Yeah, my girlfriend had the opposite upraising. She had to make all the decisions herself because her mom didn't. Well, I don't think you could say she didn't care. My girlfriend, at least, she had to make all the decisions herself, which is why she's so good at being strong in what she believes in. Like, if my girlfriend believes in something strongly, you will not persuade her otherwise unless you have really good argumentation skills. Whenever we argue, I always lose, because whenever she gets into an argument, she has about 100 different points ready that she can throw at me to prove herself right. And it's not bad things. Like, she's not just like being emotional and you know how some women are seen as, if they don't get their way, then they just start getting upset, and then you just gotta, like, they won't stop being upset until you just give them right. My girlfriend's not like that. She actually has like she should be a debater. That's what I'm trying to say. So she always wins our arguments. And it's not like I sort of get angry afterwards, because she debates so good that she converts me to her point of view. My mom is Sagaras. My dad is Kil'jaeden. I'm just the one boss that nobody cares until you look at the loot. Oh, that's the chain of command in my house. Well, anytime you live with your parents, that's how it's gonna be like, I think. Let's see if we can reset this dungeon. Again, I'm sitting here spam pressing. Move faster! Because the paladin is so slow. We were talking, I don't remember who, but I was talking with somebody about whether or not the paladin was fast or not. My granddad always told me I should get into politics, my girlfriend says. My girlfriend was pretty much raised by her granddad, by the way. So he's kind of her parent, if you could say that. Can I reset this and go in again and do this again? Or is this like a one time a day thing? I think it's once a day. Yeah, there should be enemies down there, so this is once a day. Next place. Talk some Danish, Swedish, and Norwegian. Well, the chat does have Danish in it. So you can just kind of look at it. Okay, so next one. There's one raid over here that I rarely do. If I actually got the mount now in this raid, I would be so happy. Because I never do it because it's like the most tedious raid in the game to get a mount. Does anyone here have a lot of experience playing paladins in the game? Still until I have to do it because it's necessary. I won't hurt anybody or get into fights. That's a good mindset to have. Just to mention it, if you come up with good arguments, then I'm also the type to be okay with it. I am not proud and stick to my own opinion no matter what. And that is true. That's the type of debater my girlfriend is. Like, that's what I was trying to say with, like, she's not one of those, you know, girlfriends that just like, you know, just get mad if the guy's right, and then you have to, like, just tell her she's right, because otherwise she's not going to be unmad again. Like, she's not that type. Hey, do some lure tutorials so I can learn how to make add-ons. You can't reset heroics. You have 1 hour, a 1 hour lock. Is it only 1 hour? I believe it's a 1 day. I don't know Lua, but I've always thought about, like, it would be fun to learn. I actually don't know what they use Lua for. Lua programming. What is Lua programming used for? Lua is a powerful and fast programming language that is easy to learn and use and to embed into your application. Lua is designed to be a lightweight, embeddable scripting language and is used for all sorts of applications from gaming to web applications and image processing. Interesting. Wonder how it looks like. Oh, I can't see it here. Oh, it looks very simple. Hi, Bassett. Lua does not look very complicated. It's basic. It's just like any other programming language. Is your girlfriend watching the stream? Yes, she is. She's sitting at home. She's having a migraine day. But my dog is here with me. If you want to see him. So let's go on the other side. Bassett, come here. Bassett, hey. Come. Bassett. No, you have to go on the other side. That's it. That's it. Come. he's waggling his non-existing tail. Come. Oh, there you are. Oh, you're so handsome. You like being at the office with Daddy?
Yes, Daddy. I love it.
He's a firm companion that's always here with me. Now that I think about it, maybe that's the reason why I play healers and supports and only play DPS as last resort. Well, that could explain it. Like, typically, like, people, without thinking about it, are attracted to classes that reminds them of themselves. Me with the monk, I've been a fanatic when it comes to martial arts in the past. I have written books about martial arts, like multiple books, a lot of pages of martial arts. So, you know, it might be why I'm so attracted to the monk. The reason I think I keep coming back to my paladin, even though looking at the mechanics of how it functions in the game, I think has a lot to do with my personality, because I feel like this is, you know, just something that I see myself as. Not the religious type of paladin, but more of a, you know, I like to be righteous and stick up for people who are in need. Human, feed me. You just eat it. Oh, ate. No, I didn't. Feed me, human. Well, he did just eat. I fed him twice today already. At the office, by the way. He also had breakfast at home before he got to the office. You had a lot of food. And there was food left over there that you ate when you came to the office. Am I going the right way? Wait, where's the entrance? Wait. I'm rarely here, okay? Where is it? There's supposed to be a portal up here. Where's the portal? Draenei Paladin, why do you think I made Hulkibab? Oh, that's so sweet. I just like playing Paladin because I feel like a hero is kind of in a kind of weird way. And I totally relate to that. Conflict resolution is seen as a weakness in a lot of people, but that is only for people who usually tend to solve things with violence. I relate to the food thing. Oh, somebody's whispering me. Like somebody is whispering me, but I can't see who it is. Oh, it's my friend. Like, it's not actually like saying his name inside the chat. Maybe it's just because he's typing directly from here. Oh yeah, my friend is gonna do his classic WoW stream soon. I'll open it up here in the tab. Hold on, I just gotta get the stream open. I know he has a link in here somewhere. There it is. I'll have it running in the corner. Let me just go ahead and... I'll have it running in the corner. Wait, why am I listening to myself? Oh, it's because my friend has me running on his computer. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pop up his stream. Oh, it's because my friend has me running. Okay. So you're gonna hear me like multiple times. Let me just turn it down a little bit. So if I were to go into OBS and share and then do like this. Oh no, you can see my OPS software. Let me put it over here. I wonder how much I can, like, my internet can take. Like, I don't know what the limits are. I think I'm missing the top part of it. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now I can see a stream. Oh, there's a lot of messages. My friends tell me always that I look like a villain, but I do good things, so it's weird. It's like Dr. Evil, and I'm going to end world hunger. But what? But you are evil, though. Okay. Let me go ahead and link his stream in case anyone wants to see it as well. Let me just go ahead and do this. Now, this is going to be a little bit weird because I gotta show it somehow. Actually, I know how to solve it. Best thing ever, multiple Daniels. Let me put it over here instead. I think this is much better. Okay, hold on.
Hey, boys.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Let me just turn them down a little bit. There we go.
Log in if you haven't already.
Okay. I'm not quite sure how loud it is. We'll find out. Oh, he's writing a bunch of things. Oh, he's muting me. Okay. We'll move to MC in 10 minutes. What is Molten Core? Okay. We have all the world buffs, and we will move in like a group so we don't die in PvP from Alliance and lose our world buffs. The buff give us 5% crit and 140 attack power.
Everybody stay in Kargaffa until we're moving.
Okay, so I finally found the raid, by the way. I was missing it up here. Meanwhile, his internet, please help me end my suffering. Help. Yeah, because I'm watching a stream and I'm also streaming at the same time. It says my connection is excellent, so should be good. Let me just go ahead and actually check how loud it is when they talk.
Yes, we want to buy them, so.
Okay, it's fine. I can actually turn up a little bit. There we go.
Well, it's not the time to discuss this, not right now, since we are limited on how many people we can bring every time.
Oh no, but he was very, very early. He was even considered.
This dungeon here, not dungeon, this raid here is like so long and tedious. I think that might be why the mount that is from this raid is so prestigious, because it takes an extraordinary, like inhuman patience to finish this raid that many times until you get the actual to get the mount. When I stream, while I'm streaming. Yeah. Well, my girlfriend is so sweet, she let me get the internet up here, so I can actually have the internet connection to actually stream it. I used to have to use my cell phone, and it was like barely good enough to do any sort of thing. So. But now we finally got a second form of internet at home. So we're not like, you know, we're not picking who's getting the good internet. Now we can both have good internet. Anyone play the Paladin by any chance for PvP? Anyone who can give me some sort of explanation to how the rotation, or not as much the rotation, more about the playstyle for the Paladin when it comes to PvP. Steamception. Yeah. Fun thing, I got arrested one time, then the police confused me with the criminal guy they were looking for. Oh, because you look evil.
Yeah, guys, I know it's a lot of money.
Too far away. I need to target something first.
I have no idea how many we need to kill. Like this is frame rate destruction. Wait, I didn't even
I need to get
There might be.
I'm out of range.
Oh, this is a boss. I didn't realize this was the boss I was fighting. That's stupid. Okay, well I defeated him. No issues. I'm supposed to be getting a chest. Yeah, there it is.
That's what I mean, like, it's better to just get down
You don't blame them.
instead of getting
Well, your appearance should not be the decision on why they arrest you or not.
There's people on the chain. Can we kill?
My girlfriend think it's funny because she doesn't think my frame rate is bad. I think it's because I'm feeling it when I'm like moving my camera around.
Bottom of the chain.
It doesn't look like it has low FPS, but I can feel my camera turning slower. Like it's a little bit sluggish when I move it around. Wait, I can mount up here. Why am I not doing that? I love the fact that I can move around my my holy bar thing. That is not just a thing that is placed in the screen, but it's actually a thing that I like. It's unattached from my my health bar.
I need to get closer. I need a target.
Oh, achievement! My first time beating this guy with this character. By the way, I thought achievements were account bound now. That they are no longer character bound.
They weren't that many people. We just jumped together, then nobody would have died.
My girlfriend says, "Ooh, Kenny, it's so much fun watching others than other people than Asmongold go through the raid.
I would just click them up. The window can bug, guys.
You're the one paladin that marks as a DK. Let me just show you something. I don't want to look like a paladin, typically. I have 2 marks here. By the way, people did not accept the queue. We need 1 more healer to get into this queue up here. I've been in queue for 3 hours now. Well, don't think about the helmet. Okay, well, there we go. This is my paladin mark, if I had to mark as a paladin. I also have this one. It's a little bit more iron-ish looking. Then I have my Silverhand outfit. My warrior outfit. Barbaric outfit. You kind of get what I'm getting at here. I don't really mark as a paladin. Then I have classic. Stupid. She's right. Yeah. About Asmongold, like other people in Asmongold doing it. He's streaming it every single day. It's insane.
Come around the corner, guys. Let's go.
Love seeing them all grouped up there. There's also people that are not part of their raid group at the entrance.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to talk to this guy. See, I'm not really familiar with this particular raid. By the way, next expansion, you know how I always talked about that you're not able to complete an expansion? Like, leveling is broken because you can't complete an expansion. You can't just do whatever content in whatever order. They're fixing it. Exciting. Like, it's like the best things ever.
Stop buffing all
It's
the
too
groups
far
also.
away.
Oh.
With 2,
Wait, hold on. Let me just write my friend here. Wait, am I actually doing what I'm supposed to? Yeah. Oh, hey! Get away from them! I'm a paladin! I protect people. There you go. I'm gonna smite them. Please, everyone accept the queue. Like, everyone accept the queue.
I'm
I'm going for a specific Morgan here. Please, somebody accept it. Healer. DPS. Come on. The tanks are here. Those are the hard guys to get their hands on.
It's too far away.
We've been waiting for 3 hours to get tanks. Don't you dare be queued up and then not accept it. They're not accepting it. Oh, they're so... Oh, yes!
If you're a healer, to go check the healing assignments on
Wait.
spreadsheet,
Oh,
so you
hold on. I'm supposed to be holy.
at which boss.
Let me just switch. There we go. At least we're in now. That's something. So how do I play Holy Paladin again? All right, yeah. Okay, it's coming back to me slowly. What does this one do? Oh, that's cleansing. Let's put that there. And let's make a macro for it. Cleanse. Do I have a cleanse? I do have a cleanse. It's called cleanse toxins though.
Oh shit, yeah, can you do it?
Cleanse. Okay, let me go ahead and do this thing. Oh, everyone is running. I don't want to be the one guy that's AFK, so therefore I get kicked from the group. So let's just go ahead and do this. This should be pretty easy though, because everyone is like super high item level. Wailing Caverns Mythic Plus. Healer save me. I'm on it. Pulls out a bazooka. Wait, you were talking about that for a specific type of healer 2 days ago. I forgot what the reference were for. Like what type of healer? Oh, poop. This is not my monk. I used my buff by accident. By the way, how beautiful does this look? Look at the wings. No one is really losing that much health, I noticed. Oh yeah, Holy Priest. I was trying out Disciplined Priest previously today. Wait a second. Oh, right. I was just thinking, like, why am I losing so, like, spending so much mana? But it's because I haven't actually, like, because I changed spec from DPS to healer, I didn't actually have any mana. Running around with the bazooka heals. Am I not an angel? My girlfriend is definitely an angel. Because this character is my girlfriend.
What in blazes is that thing?
Her, what do you call it? Her name is part of the name of my paladin here. Okay, so this is the guy. He drops the thing I need. Is it a waste to spend a reroll token just to get transmog when it's the current expansion? I don't think it is, but I don't know. Wait a second. Did I? Yeah, I did. These are mouse over heals. My girlfriend sent me a picture of our cat. Hold on. Wait, how is this working in again? Okay, there you go. Oh, he's sitting right in front of the TV. Oh, wait, get out of there! Woo! Wait, why did it activate now? What is my latency like? I have no latency, like essentially, but it was so slow. The thing about paladins is they're very good for single target healing. Oh no. No! No! I didn't get it. I waited 3 hours for this. I was in queue for 3 hours. Wait, you're about to die. How do I save you? How do you burst? with a paladin? Oh yeah, you sacrifice your own health. That's how you do it. Ah, this sucks so bad. Okay, I'm gonna do the rest of it. I don't know what I'm gonna get from it. Hopefully they drop a shoulder. I was trying to get the hands, in case anyone's wondering, like these hands here. It looks so cool. I wanted to get the iron looking ones, but no one is doing where am I going? But no one's doing heroic at all. Hey Ashley, welcome to the stream. Let me just go and check. Can't believe I waited 3 hours for that, and then I didn't get anything. Wait, I keep opening the wrong thing. There we go. So what does the next one drop? Well, I don't need anything here. Let me just do something. I don't know. Make it look like I'm busy. I could use the chess piece. That would be something. Is that the next one though? Yeah, these... Actually, I'm in doubt. Which ones are the next ones we're doing?
Yeah, I'm on it.
What a corruption. Vectis and Soul. So this guy and this guy. So the only thing I'm really here for now is the chess piece, which drops from both of them, which is good. Do I not have something? All right, because I'm dungeon talented right now.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, paladins, if you get like if you need to like burst heal someone, they have this weird way of doing it. Like they sacrifice their own health to heal somebody else, and it's just kind of weird. I want to equip my artifact weapon. I don't want to have this equipped. Keep trying to run faster by clicking movement spells, but I don't have any. I shall smite all of you. Well, actually, no, because I'm a holy paladin. This is also why paladins are considered tank healers, because they do single target healing really well, but they don't do AoE healing, like barely. Is there really no other way to heal people? Ooh! Do I have this one? No, I do not. But do I? It's cooling down. Beacon of Virtue. Okay, no, it's just counting as this one. Hey Casper, welcome back to the stream. This is a good practice run to get back into paladin healing. Like seriously, I think the paladin would do so much better had this been a dungeon. Because right now, paladins are just not good raid healers. Oh my god. Like you have to like target one person at a time, and then it's like barely anything. Wait, let me do this. Hey, all right. Now there's more people getting healed than just one. At least I'm not spending a lot of mana, which might mean I'm actually using the paladin wrong.
Yeah, I know.
No. The monk is still a thing. Just having some fun with paladin. I'm not here for gear or anything. I'm just grinding transmog, by the way. Pestilence. Okay. We're wrecking this run here. Like, there's no issues. Did I boost this paladin? No, I've always had it. This was actually my first character ever. But it used to be human. So yeah, my first World of Warcraft character I ever made was this one here. Oh, you bought the Epic Edition of the new expansion? Oh, that's awesome. I saw there's a transmog following with it. I noticed.
Drink while we're putting these.
You know what I love seeing about this group here?
Donation.
Everyone was waiting in line for about 3 hours, so nobody's leaving.
Vault access granted.
It does, like I was seeing people with the transmog on, and I looked at it, and it looks so cool. How much is the epic one? Like which? Let me just look it up.
Take the dogs, that's highest HP.
Wait, hold on. Let me just pull it over.
If you get low, put a shield. Or evasion.
Shop. So the shop. World of Warcraft Shadowlands.
Main boss and wheel on the left hand of the one that's
The epic. Oh wow, that's 75 euro for the epic edition.
wheel you're gonna be on.
Do you not get the transmog if you buy the heroic edition?
Pull. Just pull now.
Let me see. What does it say?
Stack them up, guys. You want them
No, it does say. Well, you get a pet and 30 days trial
just use it now.
with the epic edition.
Stack them up.
Is that the only difference? No, you also get a what do you call it? An illusion for your weapons.
You curse these buttons.
It says. Yeah, it's like 600 kroner. But no game time. Didn't you say you bought the epic edition? It says it includes 30 days of game time. Oh, wait. People are actually dying. Let me go ahead and fix it. Because I can do that single-handedly, apparently. At least I think so. You know, maybe being a healer and just standing around not really doing anything is probably not the way to do it. Man, they're like losing so much health so fast. And I'm losing a little bit of health. There's 2 people dead. Oh my god. Can I put bubble on this guy? Let me find out. No, I could not. Okay. But you can bubble others, can't you? As a paladin. Like, as a retribution, you can do it. And I targeted the tank, and then I clicked it, and it didn't do it. Oh yeah, the heroic version. Yeah, well, I did ask about that. It's me not knowing what I said on stream. So no game time, no pets, and no weapon illusion. That's what you're getting with the heroic version. It's the transmog that interests me. I'm not that much of a pet farmer, so I'm actually okay with it. Oh no. Why are we actually getting killed here? What does this thing down here do? Empowers a chosen aura. What is my chosen aura? Oh, devotion aura. I don't know what that means. Let me buff myself just for fun. I think if I had to get something, like if I had the money for it, and I had to get myself something, I would get the what do you call it, number 2 option when it comes to the expansion. Oh no. My girlfriend, she started a new education. She's starting to become a nutritionist specialist. And She is feeling inspired in figuring out how to make nice looking, healthy, delicious vegan cakes.
Let's put it on the tanks.
I'm not a type of person who eats vegan, or what do you call it, vegetarian. I don't do that either. I'm a meat boy. My girlfriend eats meat too, by the way, but she's very interested in learning how to make those sort of things. If my girlfriend can make a thing vegan or vegetarian and make it taste good, she prefers it over something with meat in it, but she eats meat. He's lying to sound manly. Now my girlfriend is lying to make me sound like I am a vegan. Shush, mother. I can mount up. Ooh, snap. Let me see what I can do here when it comes to Legion artifact weapons. Ooh. Because which one looks better? I think this is sort of the typical one. It's also this one, the hidden artifact appearance. There's the PvP one, which is a little bit more like, I wish I could have this for my Retribution Paladin.
Okay, drink up, guys. Remember, don't stay in the
Let's do
fire.
this.
Ranged, max range on
May your feet find
challenge
good
materials.
Are we waiting for someone?
friend like you.
And with you, obviously.
Oh, there's food.
If you get low melee, take a 5 protection potion. You don't have to take it right away, but if you get low, really just take it. It's more expensive to
That
buy
is.
than it is to take a 5 protection potion. Use your consumables, check that you have all the buffs we're going
It's not black and white. It's not about.
Can you put soul
It's not about putting ourselves in boxes that says I'm a vegan or I'm a vegetarian. It's not about either or. It's about being a what do you call that? Informed consumer. Not informed. It's about making a choice. Like, do you feel about eating healthy today, or do you not feel eating about healthy? For example, do you want to buy eggs made from harvested from chickens who always lived in a cage, or is it about eating eggs that are a little bit more expensive, but you know the chickens were well kept while they were alive? And that is true. I used to just buy whatever was the cheapest eggs, and I had quite the conversations about that with my girlfriend. Like, I never bought it since we started the relationships, like the cheap ones, because the chickens were like kept in small cages and were never let outside, and I never bought it again because I know she didn't like it. So I always paid a little bit extra for eggs, but today I would never go back to the cheap eggs because it's you want to make sure animals are treated fair. One thing is when it comes to plants and stuff. Another thing is when it's about an animal being, treated bad. Animal abuse, yeah. People were talking about we might wipe. Corrupted. Can I cleanse this? Can I? Can I? Where is it? Cleanse! Cleanse! It's not working! Oh, you know what I just noticed? Wait, no, my cleanse isn't a cooldown. Ah, that's weird. Hey, no issues. And I got nothing. I waited in line for 3 hours to not get anything. Oh my god. So stupid. Okay, I'm done. Let's queue up for the next one. Although it's like 3 hours. Exactly, I don't try to make you vegan or vegetarian, nor myself either. But I choose to avoid it if it's still delicious, and then I'll do it. Because then I don't consent to animal abuse. Okay. And that is true. I was doing this raid last time I remembered. Oh, that's a silly pony.
Okay, park the
Let's
wall
choose
to
this
left.
one.
Don't pull the imps. Park the wall to the left.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Supposed to go over there.
And then you are in front of the boss.
Go wait for the Cenarian Livings. Organ up for.
Actually,
Let's
if
see
you want
how
to
long the
summon
queue
the
time
boss,
is. Like if it's like terrible, then
Organ, do you want it for off spec?
okay, so it's this one. It's only 2 bosses. How long can the queue time be? Wait,
he's far away.
where am I?
Can you give it?
Like it? Yeah, I think.
You get the dog now.
Scooter is skinning it anyway.
This is the dungeon.
Loot the dog.
This isn't the raid.
Right.
I thought I got teleported outside the raid, but they put me in front of the dungeon. Now there's the raid. It's over here.
Loot it, loot it, loot it. Nice. Do the skin it.
Aha! My girlfriend says she's hungry. Oh, it's 8 o'clock now. I actually have to go do some shopping. Oh, it's like half past. Yeah, I have to go do some shopping. How about some McDonald's maybe
Move to real.
on the way home? Maybe that could do it. I asked my girlfriend, because if I go home like right now, like shut down the computer right now, yeah, I think I won't go to the store then, because it closes in 40 minutes.
Make sure you are in range of the. Oh shit! Can you move it?
I think it's so weird that the Holy Paladin has the hammer,
I know.
the hammer of justice,
It's so much area.
when that's supposed to be a retribution thing. Arthas, Uther, both had hammers.
Careful with it.
Okay, my girlfriend's gonna think about what she wants. How about that I quickly finish this raid as well,
You pay.
since I started it, and then I will head home.
Well, it's a fixed system.
Oh, where does this go?
Because
Bap.
Holy Amon hasn't been hit.
Beacon of Virtue definitely needs to be
Highest
showing a
and
cooldown.
bidding on the item will pay the price we are posting, and he will get the item.
Hmm,
You get 75 for a full red.
that
And,
is.
if you want an item, you do exclamation mark bid, and you'll get the item if you have the most.
Are the paladins good as DPSs when they're holy? Because druids and monks are like awesome. Wait, I never finished this one over here.
I'm gonna take the dog. Just kill
Oh no, I have to start it over.
Wait a bit. Don't go too fast.
Ah,
I
okay.
always need to go here. Maybe now.
Yeah,
but
dog.
rule it.
I never set up my protection paladin either.
Yeah, just give them a set guys on these because they top real. Nice.
What does the artifact weapons look like? Oh, I have the corrupted Aspringer? How did I get that one?
Fireball.
Wait, what is that?
Giant pull next time.
Oh, that's protection. How did I get this one?
Banish the circle.
Hold on. Ever since I logged in today, when I did my trial character with the priest, it did not make sense to me that I had 3 different, what do you call it, appearances.
2 sec, guys. You can actually die if you want.
Have they? Let me just check this one. Wow.
What comes here? Here comes.
Red artifact
Fine, here, just got some changes.
appearances.
You can probably cleave them if it's just 2 giants and it's not
Where does the corrupted one go for?
as long as the chain heals are on top.
Unlocked via the Heart of Corruption. Wait. Huh?
Should be coming out soon, right? Yes.
Oh, okay, no. I thought my
Thanks, Tom.
improving on history. You know, the, what do you call it?
Probably won't kill you in one hit.
The balance of power, is that what they call it? That achievement is the one that I unlocked it with, but apparently this is a hidden transmog that I unlocked.
This boss, guys,
How do I unlock other color versions of it?
uh,
Oh, the colors are so ugly though.
but, especially if you're muted.
I don't like the corrupted Ashbringer colors. They're too colorful. You get it in purple, green, yellow, and red. It looks like traffic lights. Like that's how that looks like. I wish I had the Mage Tower appearance. That would really be badass. Yeah. Okay, so the Paladin artifact appearances look terrible for Retribution. So let's not go into that.
I'll get the last file.
If I can be demanding, I would like a Sunset California chicken bacon and their chocolate muffin.
It's fun, well.
It's disgusting.
I have no idea how much that is.
I used to
But sure.
Hello.
What the fuck that is?
See you later.
Just came out of me like I had no idea it was coming, man.
I drink a bit, guys.
Is it just me? Or, like, am I the only one thinking that the Paladins kind of got screwed over
Ranged, you can also use it
when it came to... What do you call it? When it came to, like, artifact appearances and the class Autohaul mount?
What else? Maybe just if you're close to
I don't really think they got something cool.
let's have a
It's like they gave them things that were lore-wise something that Paladins would probably want when it comes to, like, artifact weapons. But they don't look cool.
give them 5 seconds and then we cleave the bad stuff.
Okay, so after I'm done with this raid here, I'm gonna go
Pop our free action.
what do you call it? Hit the road. But you'll get your chocolate muffin.
I need a target.
I have no idea what that means. Mr. Russian.
I need to get closer.
I'm trying to smite you, but you're not letting me.
I need to target something first.
Okay, one more.
I don't have a target.
Oh, it means hi. My girlfriend's translated it.
Target something first.
Hi there.
It's okay, Matt. It's on your own accord. Okay, get them up. Let's keep pulling.
I love the coordination of my friend's stream. Like, they're all so coordinated when it comes to killing the bosses.
I don't have a target.
Oh, that only took one hit. Nice.
Move up, guys.
Ooh.
I think
Got a
we'll
dragon.
skip Gara until the
Oh, you're not Russian?
actually, or before Domo, because
I can't tell the difference between are you from what do you call it? Latvia or what else are the countries over there? Lithuania? Ukraine.
yeah, this one we have now. That's the
Ukraine. Yeah, they do also have from from the looks of somebody who doesn't come from there, languages that seem similar in writing. As soon as we see those symbols, we assume it's Russian. Like we don't know.
full focus, you know.
Isn't there parts of Ukraine where they actually mainly talk Russian? Like depending on if you're from the north part of Ukraine or if you're from the bottom part. Because I think I used to have friends from Ukraine when I was studying at the university. And they told me that depending on where you're from, you might speak a different language. Or maybe that was Lithuania.
It's too far away. I don't have a target.
Hey, Shadow Dove, I didn't even know you left. Oh man, I got like 2 mounts, like super rare ones. Got a second artifact appearance, and I got 3 epic
I can't see in
pets.
this room, but
So not much.
I feel like we're skipping garages for the world buffs. It will be faster overall.
Oh, and also the fact that I'll leave the stream after this raid here.
For now.
Join the right side of the other chill.
I don't know if I have to kill this boss or if it's
Just
optional.
Scar, right? So
Because I know there's an optional boss over here
this won't respawn, right?
in the Celestial Planetarium.
Yeah, let's go.
But the world's gates are not
Different time.
Hey.
You're going from the first second.
Funny story. My dog came into my room, grabbed the internet router, and then just ran. Our dog could actually, like, they have perfect access to our router as well, so they could do the same thing at home.
Guess it's fine.
Bessie, he has
Yeah, but we'll lose.
multiple times ripped down our router because the wire was in the way. Again, that was sort of a dog owner bad decision to leave the router with a wire hanging that could be like grabbed onto. Like he didn't try to grab it, he just like sort of walked past it and then pulled it down.
I think it's just better.
The dog.
Like right now.
Kill the annihilator. It's too
He ran after the dog saying, "No! I'm watching Daniel's stream! Don't want to miss it! Bad dog!" Wait, was that a gun? That is a gun. That looks cool. Very Megagonian.
Can you take the dog in the cave then? Oh, it's good. It's going back.
Yeah. Let's go. Go.
Okay,
I'm out of range.
Be careful on the right, they should. Be careful. Oh, be careful on the right. They should.
Oh, sorry.
I told you, but you didn't listen. No.
Uh-oh, people pull something we're not allowed to on my friend's stream.
Yeah.
I need to target something first.
Come on, guys.
Good.
I don't wanna shout at people, but really, like, watch your surroundings.
I need
Is this bad for you, Credo, standing here? Or whoever's
Have you seen Godzilla running behind a car screaming, "Wait, you forgot your glasses." Is that you running behind the dog, trying to chase it down?
Get the dog. Walk around. You'll find if it destroys you. And get on the left side of the dog. Don't get stunned by it. Take a health pot.
Run! There's frost elementals running right behind me. No, they're catching up.
It's okay. We're good.
Oh, we're going the same way. Nice.
But yeah, this is.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Good thing Wolf was there to intercept her.
Luckily, only 3.
Who's Wolf?
I need
Oh yeah, by the way, I finally figured out who these people are. I was thinking like these look like Titans, and they're in a Titan facility.
Go into your settings.
But they kind of look a bit mechanical, some of them. And I was thinking like, who are they? Are they the Titans?
Get this.
But then I found out that they are not. They are actually created by the Titans back when they created Azeroth, which by the way is a Titan. Each planet is a Titan apparently. And
Give them
oh,
buffs.
can I get this one? Yeah. And these guys, like these beings that I'm helping out here, like Freya, Thorim, Hodier, like they were created by the Titans to create like the plants and the trees and like just in general create create the planet.
out of range.
Let's keep going.
They are Titan-born. Oh, so actually born by Titans?
Need some Mark of the Wild. People need.
I thought they might have been just like created.
Because it's what our world buffs. So we have a lot of people who vote.
Wait,
Oh, some.
these are the Horde. Oh, it actually got ready. I have another attempt. Okay, so... Oh, don't you dare. No! Are you kidding me? It actually was ready in time, and I got kicked into a group that was already doing this raid. The boss that I needed something from is dead.
Let's do that.
Oh, he's coming. Get the switcher, sure.
Okay, well, that's just how it is. Don't. I'm not ready yet. There you go. Ah, this sucks.
Okay, so let's really try to stay a little bit away from
What does this guy actually drop?
Yeah, Ecom, you take
He drops nothing I need.
really
Maybe the headgear, but that's... No, I don't need anything here. Okay, so I'll leave after we're done killing this boss here, because I'm gonna get kicked out of the Ulduar raid now again.
And now you can move in. Like the initial burst. That's the same procedure. You're probably already doing it, Priest, but here it's really nice if you're quick on the shields and the people who receives the whatever fireball ability they do. Stack them up and shoot them. Don't need to rebanish. Damage should be healable. Get my Nami up. Let's get to the next pack. Where's Baron? Have you seen him? Yeah, just Thunderpull, Petpull. Ricky, can you send your pattern? Just move back, guys.
Created is the right word, but it sounds better Titanborn. They were created to safeguard the planet and Titan sleeping there.
Hey, Bassy. Oh, you're such a handsome boy.
When he's away, you
Oh, you're so sweet. Yes, you're such a cutie. You're such a cutie. Yes, you are.
It's because you're hungry.
send the pet now.
It's because you're hungry.
Hi, Breeder, and you can same time.
Okay. Just a little bit, okay?
I'll work on
Just
it.
a little bit, because you know you ate already. There you go.
So they're in position.
Do it, please.
I will beat this boss, but only because I know that the next time I queue up for this boss, I do not risk only have the last boss left. Because if you enter a raid finder and something like this happens where the first boss has been defeated and you complete the other bosses, then it's not gonna throw you into a group where they only have the last boss left again. So I might end up this actually being faster. So the old gods don't corrupt them. The Titan, those slimy bastards with the tentacles around our poor Azeroth. Yeah. Do we actually have a picture of the Titan on that's
I know
Azeroth?
we talked about dispelling here. You should probably not dispel, but dispelling the tank,
Does that mean all the other planets that Sargeras destroyed
fire damage, and they
Um,
fire resist on their might, and
were actually Titans as well? So his fellow kin he was killing off. That doesn't make sense. Why did he do that?
next time he's coming back, we're pulling him. Get Muddy up.
Oh, it's two paladins tanking.
No, we can pull
So
them
they
up.
were Titans. Okay.
Make sure people have full mana and stuff. Get
Yeah,
your
rebuff the Vault as well, please. Stamina.
Baby Titans. Ooh. So he was killing off the Titans' kids? No wonder they were mad at him. There we go. Come on. There's only one DPS that's not. He actually denied it?
Okay, good.
Why?
Nope, stack up here, guys, please. On top of star. Stack, 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 stack. You go to the left here. If you get the, you go to where the flare is, okay? And obviously you want
I don't know why this. Screw it.
Attention. Power matrix is at work.
At least I got all my mana back again. He wanted to save them, but he couldn't. So to stop their suffering, he just grabbed his swords and ended them. Oh. What was killing the other Titan, like the Titan babies, like the planets? What was killing them? Oh, the old gods were killing them. Okay. So are we doing this correct? I was never really part of this raid here. Oh, they were being tortured and twisted. And then you could say, you know, Sargeras kind of did the same thing Arthas did. He was putting the people out of their misery. Because they were gonna get turned. They were gonna turn, like, it was gonna be a worse fate for them had he not killed them. Nightmare that doesn't end. And then Sargeras, well, decided that, you know, Azeroth, you know, because it also has old gods on our planet, he decided that, well, maybe it's better just to, like, destroy Azeroth too. So he destroyed the Naru's homeworld, and then he destroyed Azeroth, or at least tried to. But with Arthas, there was no option at the moment. True. There wasn't any saving. Like, Sargeras was trying to just end their misery instead of trying to kill off the old gods. Whereas Arthas, there was nothing he could do. It's kind of like, you know, when you know, the whole talk about, or maybe that's too deep of a subject, assisted death to people at hospitals who are going to die no matter what. But since it's the duty of the doctors there to keep them alive as long as possible, they don't just let them, you know, die. It's kind of the same thing there with Arthas. You know, Uther and Jaina, they wanted to keep the townspeople alive as long as possible, but in the end, they were gonna die. Like, there was no saving them. But Sargeras had an option. We could bring all the Titans and just push back the old gods until the Titan was born. Oh, so why didn't he do that? Why did he try to kill us all? Oh, get into the light! The light shall save us! Right, Bassett? The light is going to save us all!
Yes, Daddy. You're absolutely right.
Bassett. Hey, people managed. Ooh, do you know what the Paladin could do? I keep thinking about, like, how is the Paladin supposed to be a good healer for, like, multiple people when all his heals are, like... Oh, get away. Get away. Like, all my heals are, you know... Either I gotta sacrifice my own health in order to, like, heal other people, or the, like, really long single target, you know... things. I gotta spend all the instant heals on myself and then use all the sacrificial heals on others. So when I start getting low health, I'll start using my cooldown heals on myself. I think that's how you gotta do it. See? Boom. 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 Oh, that's actually... Oh, I'm getting the AoE healing down. This is so effective. Why didn't I think about this? And I got full health again. Like, this is like instant healing. I mean, it's single target, but still, it's like instant. Just gotta keep an eye out for my health. Hold on, I see there's a bunch of messages. I just need to make sure people don't die. Are we actually winning here? He is barely even, like, he's not dying at the moment. Why are we not doing so well? Oh, and it's very efficient healing too. Like, that's awesome. Again? I just had it thrown on me. Are we doing things wrong? I feel like he's dying very slow. Oh no. Ah, come on.
I'm out of range.
People are dying very fast. Yeah, we're definitely not doing so well. Ah, come on, save people. I'm killing myself. Trying to rescue people. Wait, what happened? What? The boss reset. Okay, yeah. Not doing this. I don't even need this boss. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. And go get some food. For my girlfriend and I. Oh, he's cleaning his paws. That's so cute.
Say, guys, great so far, honestly. We had a small...
That guy started yelling. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I'll just read what is being said. So he was the only warrior type of Titan. So imagine this: years, centuries, so much time that is not even imaginable fighting the Legion. Wave after wave after wave, non-stop imprison them. Then found that was another evil lurking around, watching your own brothers and sisters get tortured and trapped in this never-ending nightmare. Ah. Yeah, so he was like mercy killing them. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. Thanks for watching, by the way. It has been a really good stream. There's been a lot of activity on the stream. A lot of people watching. So have a good evening, and I'll see some of you in the next stream, because I got some regulars here who I'm really happy is always popping up. Lore Walker out. All right.